Okay, guys, I got a story for you. So actually the story is about my Pulling Pro leaf blower, or weed whacker, since that's apparently what Pulling Pro calls it. Sorry I'm zoomed in a little bit. I have flash on, so it won't let me zoom out any more than 1x. Okay. But, the funny thing is I was running it one day and I was getting some pretty loud rod knock. So I was ignoring it because I thought it was an ignition knock, because it always has an ignition knock when you heavily mix gas. But I checked the gas before that and I was like, okay, this must be 50 to 1. So I was wondering why I was having an ignition knock, and I went to go shut it off. Boom, rod goes right through it. The side of the motor gets my finger pretty good. That's the least amount of damage that I actually looked up, because I could have broken my entire leg off or had it amputated. Well, the rod didn't exactly go through, but a short of metal did hit my finger. Just why it scratched. That scratch is from the engine. The little dot you see on my finger, that dot right there, not the scratch. You see that little red dot? Okay. That dot is from me trying to turn over a very rusty engine. But, the problem is now I don't have that, and this is basically all stories about everything that I own. The Ryobi Weed Whacker. You've seen a little bit on this channel. I started posting about it like October 25th. Was the first time I ever posted it. I was a little late on my posting. That was August 17th of 2025. After that video I took, the fuel lines cut out. But then even worse, it sat for 3 months. I didn't even run it, and then the first time you seen it, it ran. It ran good. Well, it kind of ran good. It wouldn't stop running. It would stop running without the primer bulb. So here's how I fixed it. Got it running really good. I figured out what it was. So part of it was a gasket. I found a missing bolt for it. So that's all working good now. I have a gasket in between the carburetor and the plastic housing. And I've also got an O-ring for the top cylinders. That's why she's actually running correctly. Yeah. That's why she's running really good. So no, guys. It was not a bad feline. But it was problematic, because I've never had to do felines, and the felines I got for that old Ryobi were not the right size at all. They were a little too small, but like only by a millimeter, so I just made them fit. So after I made them fit, she works pretty good. It was good. But now, let's get into the old shears, and this is going to be the end of the video. I got to get back home soon anyway. It's night. But, the thing about it is, the only reason I rebuilt that, and I'm not rebuilding the Pulling Pro, is because, the old shears isn't mine, it's a friend's, and he really wanted it back, so it's just like, you know what, how hard could it do to do a rebuild? It wasn't that hard. I did cuss a few times about trying to get the carburetor bolts off or stripping them. I got them off, I put new nuts on them, so went back on perfectly. There was one problem, I did put the piston in backwards one time. That was it. But, both piston rings were good, and I don't know how I got it in there. Because with 2 strokes, you can't use a ring expander. You just gotta shove it over the piston rings and hope you don't crunch them. Which I'm kind of glad I didn't do, because this thing's got some good compression now. I redid the piston rings and gap checked them. They're all within spec. They're like 0.2. For an old Sears, that's actually the minimum size that it can be. Or no, that is the minimum gap size it can be. The maximum is like, I think 10. Anywhere above that, it won't run. Not enough compression. She doesn't do a drop pull very well, but she does it good enough that, like, yeah, 0.2 for an old Sears. Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the next one.